You can do it if you want.
No, I don't know rugby, so talk.
I know, you told me. I love really fast swimming. So...
Pass the yellow ball.
Newark against... Who's wiping white?
Hammer.
No. No?
Whoa. Hammerhead Speed?
I don't think so.
Newark and Hammerhead Speed, I think.
Really? We see Maryland.
Right?
Goal.
It's your team, man. Figure it out. Hammerhead Speed. And Newark. Newark A.
Yes.
Hammerhead Speed.
I want to hear this.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, back home at your screens watching the feed from the Florida Underwater Rugby Tournament here in Fort Lauderdale. We have one of the last games in Group B. In white is playing the New Jersey Hammerheads B team, and in blue the Newark A and Newark Underwater Rugby. We are just about a minute into the game, or maybe a minute and a half, and we have already 2-0 lead from Newark. Newark A is one of the title contenders here. Boston won the last North American League tournament in Montreal, but before that Newark won the tournament that we hosted at the Hammerheads in Newark, and so they are a very strong team. They bring a lot of experience with them. They have a couple of very good guest players, so it's no mystery that they already scored 2-0 here. There was the referee talked a little bit. We had a little incident with one of our players. Paula Alvarez had been stripped of her mask, but we're waiting for a moment. The ball is in the game again. The Hammerheads defense is lying there and Newark is attacking. The ball is on the bottom. Newark is taking a relaxed swing. They're moving the ball in what's called the banana around the goal. There's one player waiting on the opposite side of the goal, and he got the ball from his teammate, but he was not able to score. So the Hammerhead forward did a good job there intervening, but Newark stays in possession of the ball. They're moving the ball around. But now actually one of the Newark players, the Hammerheads players, got the ball. So let's see if his teammates will show up, but they didn't in a sufficient way. So Newark again marching forward. There was two players on the bottom trying to attack, and it looked like a very dangerous play, but now they call it a goal. I believe it is a goal. Yes, Newark scored another goal. That means the total score is 3-0 right now. The Hammerheads will start with the ball on their line and try to move the ball, but what we have to see from these B teams, you can see one player carrying the ball is all by herself. There's no teammates she can pass to, and there's 2 attackers already forwards pushing, and that's why they got the ball. So again, 4 Newark players trying to attack with a strong counter-attack, and they scored. So you can see that these teams are not evenly matched. The B team from the Hammerheads is a B team. It's not a full team. They have a few new guest players also from Mako, some young team players who play on the women's team for Newark. For the Makos. And even the Hammerheads themselves put a couple of their new players in there, and the blue team is the very experienced last year's champion of the North American League, Newark Underwater Rugby. So we are not surprised to see stark dominance from the blue team, and again they scored again, bringing the score up to 5-0 in the first half of the first half here in this of the last games of Group B at the North American League tournament in Fort Lauderdale.
You can talk to a wall.
And the Hammerheads are swinging out again. They're going to the open side. They're bringing the ball there. But again, we didn't see any player showing up. So the ball carrying player was all by himself and outnumbered by several forwards of the Newark team. So Newark got the ball. They're counter-striking. You can see there's 4 people in the counter-strike. They're passing the ball between them. It's very hard for defense to actually get rid of an offense like that. but lucky for the Hammerheads, this attack did not end in a goal. The referees have called the stop right now. They're still debating with some of the Newark players. So I'm not sure what's going on here right now. There's still okay, there will be a penalty shot. I believe this will be a penalty shot. Yes, a penalty shot against the Hammerheads. We see one of the Newark players is getting ready to attack. They have 45 seconds to score a goal. It's a huge advantage for the attacker. Number 34 is attacking here, and so the Hammerhead is going down, trying to defend, and we have a score. So again, this was it always, especially if you have an experienced attacker against a less experienced goalie, it's almost a sure goal, though you never know. But in this case, we seen a very fast execution of the penalty shot, which ended in a goal. That means now the total score should be 6-0 in favor of Newark A team. Hammerheads again swimming out, and as you can see, the ball carrying player is all by himself. That's with less experienced teams. You see that they don't give the assistance, and they get scored on more, and because they don't have the air and the experience to come up with more plays, they lose the ball right when they swim out, and that is very disheartening. It's very for the morale that you swim out, you lose the ball immediately, you don't get into your own game. That's it's part of the learning experience, of course, so we all have to go through that, and I believe there is another goal scored. Yes, Newark A scored another goal. It's now 7-0. We're still in the first half, and I shall add for our viewers at home that the North American League, we adopted a special rule to actually protect weaker teams, especially when there is a tie in the group phase where we do not want that the strong teams really try to score endlessly on these weaker teams. So we adopted a maximum number of goals in each game that can be counted as 10. So any goal beyond 10 that will be scored will not count neither for the team nor personally for the top scorer, etc. So here again, Newark A scored their 8th goal of this first half. And yes, you can see that it's a much stronger team. It's not a very balanced game between the two teams. That is, we have seen here at the North American League some very tough games, some very balanced games between teams, which are very not very clear who would win. And the amount of top teams that we're very happy that the differences are getting smaller and smaller, and we see very high level rugby. But of course, sometimes we don't have too many other tournaments, so we also allow B teams and less strong teams to take part in the North American League, so we can grow as a league and we can grow our sport. That was another goal from Newark coming in strong there. So we want to grow the league, and we give younger players and less experienced players a venue to come and compete too. So that, of course, then means that sometimes at these large tournaments you have a team that is as inexperienced, and not even a full team, I must say. The Hammerheads team is only, I think they have 10 players, not the full 12 players in and out of the water, against a very experienced full team of Newark A. But so far we didn't see very many fouls. We saw a clean game, which is the most important thing.
What makes it move? It's no sliding right now.
Yeah.
Head to center. Head to right.
Okay, the Hammerheads are getting in position again. They're organizing the way they swim out, catching some breath, and that was a signal from the referee to start the game. The player dives down. That's probably a good decision. She makes a pass, and already Newark got the ball. So the forechecking of Newark, of course, is one of the best. It is a very strong team, and here they played a pass to the other side of the basket, and they scored. It's not a very satisfying game probably for the Hammerheads player here, and probably not even for Newark, because you can see how much stronger the team on the Newark side is. And this is halftime call. The halftime call ends with 10-0 for Newark playing in blue against the Hammerheads playing in white. And now we have a 3-minute break before we get into the second half. I must also say that the that we at this tournament we said that the team captains can decide jointly for both teams to call an end of the game once 10-0 is reached, just in order to save some time for the remaining games here. I'm not sure if the team captains of both teams will do this here, but we will see. Otherwise, I expect the second half of the play to go very similar to this first half.
¿Estás transmitiendo? Bueno, estamos grabando. Sí, no, sí.
What country are you from originally?
Germany.
Spanish is horrible.
Huh?
Your Spanish is horrible. But worse than mine. I'm just joking. You don't speak Spanish like anybody else.
It's pretty good. Actually, I asked me to do some commenting in Spanish. The World Cup, it's Spanish and English commenting.
Is it? Both?
Yeah.
I figure when there's whatever countries were talking.
Huh?
I like when like at the underwater hockey world championships, they have one representative from each team. So they're commenting, they each take turns, but it's in their own language. So if it's English, it's in English. If it's Spanish, usually they're in Spanish. French, it's French.
It's not bad actually.
It's not always in English, but
Yeah.
whatever the teams are, that's usually what languages it is.
Yeah, I mean, you should have had lingua franca. You should always have some English commentary, so everybody can understand it. And that, I think it's sometimes fine. Like, I mean, us it's a lot of Spanish-speaking
So are you
players.
having the schedule? The game?
The schedule is there, like in under the hut,
Uh-oh.
and like the white.
Yeah, this table. Thank you.
We should actually have one here.
Yes, you should
Ale,
have.
ale.
Yeah.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
Who's that?
Actually, I mean, there's not much sense to comment on a game like that. You know, it was just like
still,
three.
it's good.
Yeah. Newark A against Hammerheads B. It's 10-0 after the first half, so now no goals are counted anymore.
Oh,
they
said they were going to bring the
No.
titles.
10-0.
Yeah, it's
10-0 already?
Yeah.
So they should stop the game.
No, they don't. They can decide to force team captains, but they don't have to.
They just they want to
They
play.
say no?
because
They want to play?
I don't know. I mean,
We're trying to save time. It doesn't make sense to have a game.
yeah. I mean,
They're here to play just like everybody else. They want their 20 minutes.
Yeah.
of game.
I mean, some of our B players, they're really exhausted all the time, and so they
still
often
wrong.
say, oh, okay, they're not too keen on playing too much.
Still want to play though.
Yeah,
That's a rule.
but they don't count anymore.
Hey, you limey bastard. How you doing, mate?
Hey there,
Drag your brother out for it?
how you doing? Oh, you played beautifully. You played like a 48-year-old.
Send him a 51-year-old.
Wow, it's like a big compliment here. He's making you younger. Oh.
Why are they doing this strategy?
See when I kicked it into space?
Why are they doing it?
You see when I kicked it into space?
Kick what?
I kicked the ball.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, was it you swimming on the top?
Yeah.
You're allowed to kick it with your fist?
Oh, the good kick. I mean, we got a free throw out of it.
Yeah, I know, but
You're allowed to
if
kick
I
the
did,
ball?
you'd have had a goal straight away.
I didn't know you're allowed to kick the ball with your fist.
No, you can. Even with your heel.
Okay.
The heel is more effective than your fist.
I would think so, yeah. Does he want to punch?
Yeah, you can unfortunately kick players with your heel. As a defender, I really regret that because that's what I like doing.
If you attack him and you put your fins in whoever the guy's attacking, you want your feet in front of that guy. So you can kick him all you want.
No.
You can push him, but not kick him.
Well, you're kicking to keep yourself down. If he swims into him, that's not your fault.
Yeah, so I mean, so you can fin into the face, but doing this you can't. So
It's different.
yeah, but I like the other one, you know. It's much more effective.
Cheers, Spaghetti.
Thanks a lot for the tart. Without it, I don't know, we would have been like in some of the engine rooms like crammed together next to the.
It's fun though, huh?
This?
The game.
Oh yeah.
I've never had a chance to play a tournament. One of these days I
Have you
will.
played here?
No, I moved this out, but we play it.
You played at the tournament?
No, I'm not playing it.
Should.
I just got here, so there were
Our B team, like there are many B teams or whatever, you can just like join them, you know, they're all happy. Like we didn't even have a full B team, you know.
Stop it. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Stop it. Start.
But then with this match, it's not actually not allowed to play with it. It has to be a bind, like a dual language. And this one is kind of equalized. Yeah. But that's unreasonable, I mean, but that's already,
I don't care about that. The reason I took a single pane mask is because it's easier to break. Then you have glass in the wood.
I get because you get to break.
Glass, if it's a single pane, it's easier to shatter.
Exactly, that's why I think that's why it's not allowed.
That was the rule. It was designed for those masks. No other reason.
No, I know. And also there are some single pane masks that do have like a, I mean, you can't equalize.
No, for sure.
That's just like
scuba
the-
masks were one big. That's what they played the hockey with. And they said after breaking so many of the pools, and you got glass in the pool, get the ones that can divide. They're not so easy to break. And then now they have plastic lenses. Now they're going back to you can't break that. And it's going to protect your nose too. That's the nice thing about that. You get kicked in the nose with a regular mask, it's broken. You get kicked in the nose with that mask, nothing happens. Because you put it on the ground and hit it with a hammer, you're not bending it. So your whole face takes the impact. So you're not going to break your nose. So it's a safety feature. That's what I like about it.
And it's like, and this is the fin swing mask. It doesn't even need to be this strong.
There was a fin swimming mask like that came out that some other, but he's making it. That's his design.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's making it. Thermofolding. So they're making that as a hockey
Wait.
mask.
Yeah.
Because the fin swimming mask doesn't really, it's only just for aquadynamics.
Do you play anymore?
No.
Do you mind looking at the table? Because we were going to do it, but Florida's playing the two next game. Thank you.
Hola.
Cuidado que te van a quitar y después yo me lo pongo. Yo le digo a ella, por ah, sí, Nice.